Speaking of that gentleman, he's in his third season. He was a player and former assistant coach at Karr, named head coach in 2015, promptly guided the Cougars to 4A state championship game appearance, and then led them to the state title in 2016. His team went undefeated. He earned Metro Coach of the Year honors 2 straight years from this organization. And of course, he has his top-seeded Cougars back in the 4A state semifinals against Warren Easton. 2004 graduate of Karr, played for some coach there a long time ago. Please give a warm welcome to Coach Brice Brown of Karr. Brice?
How y'all doing today? I think me and Jerry have 2 things in common. I think number 1, Coach Salt whooped us in the same year when he was at East Jefferson, and he taught us a valuable lesson how to coach the little things up, and that's something that Coach Salt does exceptionally well. Coach Jerry, a lot of people don't know, his nephew played at Karr, Munchalego, and that's how our ties became, more together, because I coached his nephew, and he stole him from me when he got named the head coach, and which is only the right thing to do when you want good programs, and you come from a good program at Karr. You want those guys to spread out that tradition and those words. I think, and having Coach Wadden here just speaks to those tradition and values. We both played for him at Karr High School, and that leads me to the second thing we have in common, that we love Karr to death, and we appreciate everything that Karr has done for us, and and it's still doing for us till this day. I think it's overlooked that that we're a great football program, but we just have a great school. Our student body is very passionate about athletics as well as academics, but on Friday, I don't think anybody will be bringing any books to that game. But it's gonna be a tough one, and Coach Jerry has done a great job at Warren Easton. I sent him a text message the other day and told him that, because Karr is always in the spotlight and the limelight, but there are other great programs in this city representing the whole state of Louisiana, for the past 8 years in the Superdome. I think Warren Easton has been one of those programs that make you want to pull your hair out when you play them, because they remind us so much of ourselves, because they play a disciplined brand of football and they just play hard. And that's some things that Coach Wadden instilled in all of us, and Coach Wadden, not to quit and to finish and to just play your hardest. And I think both programs are going to do that on Friday. And it's going to be a good high school game, and I think the fans will get their money's worth. But I think just as those players are playing, what's not being talked about is the 2 coaching staffs being together for so long at Warren Easton and Karr, with a mixture of Karr guys on both staffs. Our coaching staffs are really putting the hours and the hard work and the due diligence to make this run in which we're making. I think it's going to be tough to find 2 better 4A teams in Karr and Warren Easton, but that's the way it's supposed to be. I think these type of games are supposed to be hard. These type of games are supposed to bring out the best in you. These type of games are supposed to bring out the character in you. I think both programs will leave it all out there on Friday night, and the victors will be very, very happy, while the loser will be very, very sad. But that's life too. That's life too, and it's not gonna always go your way. But that's the only thing we can do, is put our best effort forward. And sometimes our best is good enough, and sometimes it isn't. So that's the thing we're instilling in our kids: play football the way you want to live your life, and that's full speed, and that's doing it the right way. So, any questions for me?
Anybody?
Coach,
Go ahead.
Did you foresee that you could possibly run into Warren Easton in the playoffs, and so therefore maybe held back a little bit in your regular season game?
I was hoping that Woodlawn beat them last week. I really didn't want to play them again. I just hate playing a team twice. I was just telling Coach Salt that it's just so hard to do it. You know, the intensity that goes into the first time playing, because with district rivals, you know, that same intensity will have to be matched, but more. I think, but both teams well deserving to be in the state championship game. It's unfortunate that we have to play in the semifinals, but again, you know, that's the way the cookie crumbles, and we have to do what we have to do. So again, the best team is going to win on Friday night, and we're going to put our best effort forward. And I know Warren Easton will. This game will not be the replication or duplication of the first time that we played. This game will be played with more grit and more hunger on both sides.
Will it help to have played rematch games with 35 last year and with Carver this year?
I think so, but you know, Warren Easton presents different challenges, unlike Carver and McDonald 35, is that you know, they know us so well. They know our system in and out, having former coaches from Karr on their staff. But again, players got to win this one. And it's going to be playing disciplined football. It's going to be being in the right spot, and you're going to have to make a play. And that's the good thing about playing good football games. And if it's the quarterfinals or the semis or the state championship, that those guys have to make plays. And that's what sports is all about, and it brings out the best in you. Thank you guys for having me. Again, thanks to Mr. Tran and all these guys who cover high school sports. Y'all do an outstanding job. So anytime we could come speak at and advocate for our school, we really appreciate that. You know, it's overlooked a lot about, you know, how much a student athlete puts their time and their effort into playing high school sports, and for you guys to recognize that is really special to me. So thank y'all again for having me.